Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah. We are going to be the big ones, or we are going to be the losing side, because here it is, the Champions League fixtures. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode with FC RAMSAY. And here we are for the watch along of the first leg, which is happening. Everything is looking so good. No denying the fact, everything is looking so good. Our predictions has been made and the video has been posted. All the predictions which we were having is there to be have a watch. But are Liverpool with those injuries going to make it? Or it is the likes of Bayern who are going to get those wins against Leverkusen? Oh my God. Oh my God. What is that going to be happening? Let me just put a poll over here that who will win today. First, is it the like of Liverpool, YW and WA, or it is the likes of PSG? The option again, Bayern Munich, and the fourth option over here is it is the likes of Leverkusen. Who is that who is going to win? The poll section is over there on the chat, and give your votes on that poll, as well as let me just share those cheeky links. Those of you who are having it, have a watch, and those who are not having those, you can get it. The social media links are there. It has been just now posted on the chat section, and let me just pin this. Oh my God. Is it going to be Liverpool getting those wins? Is it going to be the likes of Bayern getting those wins, or is it the likes of Barcelona going to get that wins? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Feyenoord and Inter Milan. Inter are getting those wins. 2-0 up against Feyenoord. It is not that denying aspect, and Simone Inzaghi's men are really doing it good. Feyenoord has lost it, boys. Feyenoord has lost it at their own home of stadium. Feyenoord, my God, Robin van Persie's Feyenoord. We talk about that good. It is the likes of Robin van Persie's Feyenoord. They are losing it against Simone Inzaghi. Oh my goodness. Thuram and Martinez, both of them pointer has scored, and it was much into our predictions. The same is going to happen. But we will be moving on to the game between the likes of PSG and Liverpool. Here it is, the likes of matches which will be going on, PSG and Liverpool. What is that big upset going to be happening? If we look at the lineups, oh my God, just look at that. It is Liverpool looking so strong over here. Liverpool is looking so strong over here. You can't deny that. You can't deny that. Look at that Liverpool lineup which they will be going to face today. Look at that Liverpool lineup. Oh my God. Two of the most in form. PSG at the top in their league. Liverpool way up at the first spot in their Premier League. PSG against Liverpool, one of the big clashes happening. We will be having the discussion of the lineups of the matches which is going to happen. Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Alisson, that goal-saving centre-backs and goalkeepers for Liverpool is going to stay tall. Oh my God, Liverpool is boasting of that good centre-backs. No denying the fact, but Tassamikis, the man, Arne Slot, hasn't picked Tassamikis on the left backs. It is that experienced man, Robertson, who has been picked. On the defensive substitutions, Konsa and Tassamikis, the two availability for Arne Slot in this game. But Gravenberg and McAllister and Szoboszlai will be the mid-pitch holders in this game. Curtis Jones, McConnell. They will be the options. Trey Neoni as well as Wataru window. But what about Wataru window? When do we go to watch this man coming on for Liverpool as first lineup to be happening? But on the wings, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, Jota. My goodness, that is something which will be too unbearable for PSG to handle. But to talk about PSG in their lineups, the likes of Pacho and Marquinhos on their centre backs, they are the best defenders of the Champions League in terms of stats. PSG is best in terms of scoring goals in the Champions League this season so far. PSG were not doing so good in the Champions League in the start, but look at that lineup. Mo Salah, will he be able to overtake Nuno Mendes? Will he be able to overtake Pacho? Will he be able to overtake Marquinhos? Luis Diaz against Marquinhos and Hakimi, that right back PSG is having. Hakimi is that most goal scoring as well as most goal converting opportunities which PSG is having in this season in the UEFA Champions League. Donnarumma, their goalkeeper, will be staying too tall. It is much to be talked about, both from Alisson from Liverpool and Donnarumma from the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. How are they going to perform? It is much relying on those two goalkeepers of this game to be happening. No denying the fact these two goalkeepers from PSG and from Liverpool, they will be having a big task for today. You can't ignore that, but look at that. PSG is having Fabian Ruiz, Vitina, Joao Neves, the mid pitch they are holding, but Barcola, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia is that man which has come to PSG, and he is really doing that in those 10 games which he has played at PSG. He has got those two goals. Kvaratskhelia is getting those conversions, but in these substitutions, if you talk about it, is Kang In Lee, Mbaye, and Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos will be the man, but it is Dembele who has been picked, Pacola and Kvaratskhelia. Luis Enrique hasn't gone for the likes of Gonzalo Ramos on those striking positions. He has got those fast pitchers on those attacks. Pacola, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. PSG will be going for those counters. But will that be good enough? Barcola, will he be able to overtake the likes of Alexander-Arnold? That will be a big question in the mind of Arne Slot as well. Arne Slot will be having that big question in his mind whether Alexander-Arnold will be good enough to defend Barcola. Maybe that is going to happen. Dembele, on the other hand, between Konate and Van Dijk, he will be crushed. He will be just crushed and crumbled. Dembele against Konate and Van Dijk, I don't think that Dembele is going to get any sort of opportunities. But in terms of speed, Dembele can overtake them. But in terms of those defensive awareness as well as those offensive aspects from Dembele, it is not going to happen in only terms of those speed. If Dembele can get those high centre back lineups from Arne Slot from Liverpool in those counters, it is what Luis Enrique has put Barcola and Dembele to be on the starting lineup, so not picking up Gonzalo Ramos for here. Kvaratskhelia, on the other hand, against Robertson. Robertson has got a red card. Robertson has got a red card, no denying the fact, but then also Arne Slot is picking Robertson on the left backs. That will be what is going to be seen. Tassimicus is not being picked. Robertson, with his furious mind, will he be good enough to prevent the likes of Dembele and Kvaratskhelia to be going on for those counters? These are the two starting lineups between these two teams. But to talk about Liverpool in their injuries, they have got Nalo, who is suspended, Cody Gakpo is injured, Morton is injured, Bradley as well as Joseph Gomez. Joseph Gomez, a long-term injury that is going on. But the presence of Konate and Van Dijk, that is sufficient for Liverpool. But the likes of Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, those two sweeper backs from Liverpool, that will be a big question which Arne Slot has to answer if there is going to be some sort of disheartening for the Reds. But red is the color, boys. Red is the color. And from these two lineups, Liverpool and the likes of PSG, we move on to the lineups over here between the likes of Bayer Leverkusen going one-on-one against the likes of Bayern Munich. What is that going to happen? All the eyebrows are raised and all the questions are in mind whether Bayern Munich will be able to get past Leverkusen, because in the past 5 meetings between these two teams, it is all the way for Leverkusen. 2 or 3 draws which Bayern has got, and rest 2 of them it is Leverkusen who are boasting it. In the previous fixture in the Bundesliga, it was a draw. Before that, DFB Pokal, Bayern were down to 10 men in just 13 minutes. Manuel Neuer, the man getting those red cards. It was Leverkusen getting those way into the DFB Pokal, and that was at the Allianz Arena. No denying the fact that was at the Allianz Arena. Prior to that, it was a draw in Bundesliga, and prior to that, it was Leverkusen winning it 3-0. Again, 2023, Bayern and Leverkusen getting a draw, as well as in the Bundesliga, Bayern, Leverkusen getting those wins. So out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, Leverkusen has got 1, 2, 3 wins. My God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of those 7 games, past 7 games between these two teams, Bayern and Leverkusen, it is those 3 wins Leverkusen is boasting, and on the rest part, it is all the draws which Bayern has got both at home and away. It was the last time in the 8th fixture back in 2022 where Bayern has got that win. I mean, Bayern has got those wins over Leverkusen in the last 8th fixture which they had. It is the past 7 games, Bayern hasn't got those answers. But will that be good enough? Because in the Champions League, Bayern has got those muscle memories. Will that be good enough? Vincent Kompany's man against the likes of Xabi Alonso. But take a look at the Bayer Leverkusen lineups. Adli is the man again. Oh my God. I mean, Adli, it is in the previous fixture where Xabi Alonso went with the likes of Nathan Tella. But now over here, it is Adli who is picked up on those center forwards with the likes of Florian Wirtz. But on the wings, it is Frimpong and Grimaldo. Look at that from Xabi Alonso. He has got Mukeli, that man, on the right backs, Frimpong on the right backs. That is something which 2 of them will be seen overlapping most of the times. Frimpong and Mukele will be seen overlapping 2 of them will be seen overlapping most of the times. Grimaldo and Hincap on those left wing backs. Grimaldo and Hincap will also be seen making those moves. But Leverkusen over here is having some sort of injuries for the likes of Edmond Tapsoba. Tapsoba is that man who is not there, and it is Mario Hermoso who is in the starting lineups, pairing with the likes of Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah on those transfer rumors. Bayern Munich is not going to take Jonathan Tah by any ways. Tah is looking for some sort of aspiring moments to go to Barcelona under Hansi Flick. That is what the thing is, what has been just cooked up in the winter transfer so far. Granit Xhaka, the man, defensive mid-pitch, he will be holding that good. Palacios on the mid-pitch will be contributing that to Wirtz on those happenings. But against Leverkusen, Bayern are getting those wins or not, that will be a big question if we look at the lineups of FC Bayern for now. Look at that. It is Kompany again not bringing in Thomas Muller, not even for the Champions League matches. Thomas Muller, the big question which Bayern fans are having in their mind, not bringing in Thomas Muller for most of the times. It is that sole striker Harry Kane getting those big opportunities, playing those 90 minutes plus stoppage time for all the season, getting those injuries, coming back, those back pains, those shoulder injuries. Whatever is that going to happen, but it is the likes of Koeman and Olise which Vincent Kompany was taking from the start of the season, because Sane and Gnabry were having some sort of injuries. Now they are not having that, but still it is Coman and Olise which Vincent Company is sticking to in this game because he has only the opportunities of getting Leroy Sané and Gnabry. Will those two pieces of big meat be enough to get those goals? Coman and Olise, will they get it or not? A big question. Musiala, this new season, is he doing that good? That is also a big question coming in. He has got those contract extensions up to 2030. Come up big, bright kid. Come up big. Goretzka on the mid pitch. Kimmich back from the injuries. Kimmich has been asked to come back to the injuries, and he is definitely going to get those contracts. No denying the fact Kimmich is going to stay at Bayern at 30 years of age. Kimmich will be the man, the most experienced, and Manuel Neuer, if he gets those departure, if he takes that, it will be in the hands of Kimmich to guide these teams. He will be that captain who will be coming on to stay at Bayern, and he will be definitely going to get those contracts. No denying the fact about that. Goretzka, the man again in the mid pitch. It is that same midfield which Bayern is boasting of for the past 3 to 4 years, but not with the likes of Palina. Palina hasn't been picked up. Vincent Company still not relying on the shoulders of Palina, and on the centre backs, again, it is Kim Min-jae and Upamecano. But to mind you, it was the game in the DFB Pokal as well as in the Bundesliga where Kim Min-jae and Upamecano has done those jobs good. In terms of the UEFA Champions League, only if we take about Kim Min-jae and Upamecano, these two are the centre backs who has those, if combined together from both of them, they are having those high tackles one as well as those high duels won in the stats for both of them. Kim Min-jae and Upamecano in only the stats of the UEFA Champions League on the centre back aspects, on those defensive aspects. These two are the players who have got the most ball recovery, most tackles, and most duels won. Will that be happening today or not against Leverkusen? Bayern in those away games in the Champions League, not making it big, but on the left backs, Davis and Lima again. Hiroki Ito, Stanisic, not in the good books of Vincent Company still now. Hiroki Ito back from the injuries, Stanisic back from those big injuries, but still Vincent Company is not relying with the likes of Hiroki Ito and Stanisic to be coming on. He is again picking the likes of Davis and Lima. That will be a big question. Vincent Company, with this performance, he is doing good in the Bundesliga, but will that be good enough for? Because Bayern fans will definitely would like to move next on the rounds in the Champions League. Will that be happening or not? You have those polls on the chat section, and you can give your polls on the chat that who is going to win. Is it going to be Liverpool? It is going to be PSG. It is going to be the likes of Bayern Munich, who just celebrated their 125th anniversary, or it is going to be the likes of Leverkusen. That is something big, but Bayern on those substitutions, it is Jonas Ulbeek, the man. Manuel Neuer is going to stay over here, no denying the fact he is that legendary goalkeeper, and much of his form will be seen today in this game. It is those moments which has to be taken. It is those moments from the likes of Manuel Neuer has to be seen for today. But the substitutions which they have got, it is the likes of, if we take the watch of Leverkusen first, look at that. It is the likes of Hideki not picked up. It is the likes of Kovar, Matej Kovar, that Czech Republic man, 24 years of age, who was there prior to that of Manchester United, has been picked up. Kovar is the man who has been picked on the goalkeeping positions for Leverkusen in this game. But the substitutions, Hideki, Lom, the two keepers which Xabi Alonso has kept in the Champions League, long fixtures, Tapsoba the man available, but will he make that happen? Will he make that happen? Oh my God, what is that happening? Damn, what is that subscription which is coming on over here? Damn, the links. Oh, yes, thank God we have got those links back. We have got those links back. Oh my God, I was afraid that why that link has stopped working. Yes, guys, that link is working. You can get those links on the chat section. It has been pinned on the social media platforms. The links are there in the chat as well as in the video descriptions. So yes, avail that and get those cheeky piggy links. But yes, don't make it that public to be happening. Not getting those bad moments to be happening of those strikes and all, you know that. But look at those substitutions. Garcia, the man, author, Buendia is the man, Emiliano Buendia, that man from Aston Villa is there, but will he be making that? I mean, Buendia hasn't made those appearances, only 5 of that. It is that center mid pitch which Leverkusen will stick mostly with the likes of Granit Xhaka and Palacios. But Xabi Alonso, is he going to stay at Leverkusen for the next season? That is also a big question. But Hoffman also in this season, he has played for 6 matches. He was the man in the previous season for Xabi Alonso going so good. 58 games, he got 10 goals, he got. But in this, he has only got 6 matches. Nathan Tella on the other man, he is that disputed man who will be making those disheartenings if he is going to come for those substitutions. 19 matches he has played and he has already got 2 goals, 2 assists, but not of those big stats. Patrick Schick is the man, that striker who hasn't been picked in the lineups. 21 matches he has played, but not given those. What has happened to Victor Boniface? He has got those 14 matches, 7 goals this season, 50-50, good stats, 1 assist, but still Victor Boniface not being picked up. It is the likes of Adley who is going to be. But look at that lineup from Bayern over here. It is the likes of Palina, Vidovic, and Thomas Muller. But Thomas Muller is not getting those opportunities. That a big question which Bayern fans will be having. And yes, all the Bayern tax over here. Forza Bayern, get it big, boys, get it big. Celebrate it big at the Alliance Arena. Make it a one-way or the highway for tonight. But the referee on the pitch, Mikel Oliver, that man, he will be too hot to handle. He will be too hot to handle for today. No denying the fact he will be too hot to handle. Let me put this man over here, Mikel Oliver. Will he be the man who will be making those decisions, good or not? Will he be the man who will be making those decisions, good or not? That is the big question which Bayern will be having. That is a big question which Bayern will be having today. I mean, where is that? Will Bayern will have the likes of this referee going on good for today or not? That will be a big question to have. No denying the fact that will be a very big question for Bayern today. Will Mikel Oliver be the man responsible for making any sort of big mistakes for tonight? That will be a big question for today. Where is that Mikel Oliver? Why is he not coming that big over here? Let me put this man on the screen. Then it would look good over here. It is the players' team coming onto the pitch. The Bavarians are celebrating it good. But we want that big to happen, boys. We want that big to happen tonight. No denying the fact, we want that big to happen. Mikel Oliver is the man who has got those big controversies as well. Mikel Oliver is the man who has got those big controversies as well. He has to be bit taken very seriously if he is going to make those big mistakes for tonight. If he is the man, he is going to make those big mistakes for tonight. It will be a big question raised. No denying the fact. Mikel Oliver, that Englishman, has been picked up. Will he be that man who is going to cause those troubles or not? A big question for Bayern today. No denying the fact. Yes, we have got that Mikel Oliver on the pitch. Look at this. This man, is he going to be making it big? That will be a big question. Mikel Oliver, the referee on the pitch, will he count that goal? But on the other hand, PSG and Liverpool has got David Massa, that another referee. Oh my God. And the likes of Felix Zoyer is there for Benfica and Barcelona. But it was the likes of Ispeniscas, the man, Inter and Feyenoord. But Inter has got those wins. But this man, Mikel Oliver, the English man on the pitch for those refereal decisions, Mikel Oliver, will he be that man making it good or not? Let me check that. Let me check that. Let me check that. Oh my God, police investigation, abuse, and whatnot. He has got those FA Cup controversies seriously going on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Will Mikel Oliver be the man who will be getting those upsets tonight? This man, is he going to get those upsets tonight? My goodness, how is that going to end? Will Mikel Oliver, the man, will he be getting those upsets for today or not? That will be a big question to have. Inter has got those wins over Feyenoord, decent one with those 2-0 in the first leg, and Bayer Leverkusen and the likes of, there is 55% fans going for Bayern over here getting those wins. Draw is of 25%. Leverkusen going for those 20% XG goals. Will that be carrying gold on it? But on the other hand, PSG and Liverpool 34%, PSG 39%. Bit of those stats are looking close, and a draw of 27%. And the likes of Benfica and Barcelona, it is 25-52 all the way for Barcelona to be happening over there. But the game is about to begin over here. How is that going to unfold? It has started. Bayern are not wearing their home jersey for today's game because there has been a ban from UEFA because of those red colors which were a bit overlapping. That is a bit hilarious from UEFA, and those ban of those home jerseys, will that be good enough? Will that be good enough to stop Bayern? It is Mukele on the right wings trying to get past Kim Min-jae. Kimmich gets those interceptions. Frimpong going for that throw. Frimpong is going for that throw. All the alliance is looking smoky. All the alliance is looking smoky over here. And on the other hand, the game between PSG and Liverpool, it has also kicked off. The game between the likes of Benfica and Barcelona, that has also got those kickoff. But this man, Mikel Oliver, on the pitch for today, if he is going to make any rusty, wasted decisions, not going to be good. Not going to be good. We will be having the watch on him. And yes, those of you who are watching this game, give your votes on the chat section which has been pinned. Who is going to get those? Is it the Reds, Liverpool and Bayern, or is it the likes of PSG and Leverkusen going to get those? What is that going to happen? What is that going to happen? Xabi Alonso, on the pre-match talks, he has said that Bayern is not going to get those threats. Xabi Alonso is getting those big talks. Xabi Alonso is going to get those big talks. He has said in the pre-match conference that the Bayern is not going to be that threat. We will have a watch of that words from Xabi Alonso as well. But this man, Mikel Oliver, will he be that big statement? And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section whether the Reds, Liverpool, you will never walk alone. It is the Bayern 125th anniversary celebration. The two Reds will get the wins, or it is the likes of PSG and the likes of Leverkusen getting those. What are your opinions about this? And if you are having any different, then do tell us on the chat section. That is Kovar the man getting those clearances. Look at that, Kim Min-jae. Yes, boy. Look at that from Kim Min-jae. He showed that good character against Frimpong. Look at that from Kim Min-jae. He has shown that good character. But what is that? It is some sort of injury for Kim Min-jae. He is down. Kim Min-jae has a fall, and I think that is Frimpong who has toppled up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kim Min-jae has a bad fall. Kim Min-jae has a bad fall. That is a big fall on the page from Kim Min-jae. That is a big fall on the pitch. Kim Min-jae might have got big injuries, guys. Both Kim Min-jae and Upamecano in the Champions League stats for this season, combining both of these two defenders, they are the center back pairings who has got those big tackles stats as well as big aerial duels won this season so far in the Champions League. Oh my god, that is a bad fall from Pimpong on the legs of Kim Min-jae. That will be a big one. That will be a big injury one. Pimpong not being given any sort of cards for that. Mikel Oliver, look at that. This referee on the pitch. That Englishman for today's game. Will that be the crucial aspects? Hiroki Ito and Eric Dyer seen warming up on the sidelines. Is Vincent Company just on those 4 minutes? Needs those substitutions because it was again this man Frimpong getting those red cards for Manuel Neuer, and now it is that injury worries for Kim Min-jae. In the DFB Pokal, Manuel Neuer got those red cards. That was a big back one. Does Kim Min-jae require those substitutions? Does Kim Min-jae require those substitutions? No, he is back on the pitch. Kim Min-jae is back on the pitch. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, boys, and those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. Who is going to be? Is it the Reds, Liverpool's? It is the Reds, Bayern Munich, or it is the likes of PSG or Leverkusen going to get those upsets? Kim Min-jae is back on his feet, so no need of those substitutions for Vincent Company to be happening. Hermoso, the man, tackling Harry Kane. That is a bad tackle. I mean, to talk about Leverkusen, they perform good, but in those tackles, they have been bit aggressive at times. But Mikel Oliver, the referee, Kimmich with that cross, a header that is inside the alliance. Oh my god, that was close. That was close. Kova got those interceptions somehow on the pitch. Kimmich back passes that. Oh my god, that was in just 6 minutes. It could have been a goal, boys. That was a header. That was a big header. Was it that from Goretzka? Kimmich again passes that. Goretzka on the mid-pitch. Olise Lama tries to find Musiala, but Musiala is in a no man's land. The game is high over here. Bayern is getting those positions good as well as those build-ups. They are looking for those early upsets to be happening. But is that going to happen? Kimmich tries to find Olise, but Olise is way down on the mid-pitch. Look at that. That header from Goretzka was so close. Kim Min-jae couldn't get those touches to it. So close to the nets. So close to the nets. It was Hermoso who got that. It was Hermoso who finally got those interceptions. It was Hermoso who finally got those interceptions. Oh my goodness. 7 minutes, 18 seconds on the watch. Kim Min-jae passes that to Kimmich. Kimmich goes for Olise on the wings. He has got Koeman is there on the left wings. Lama is moving to the right wings. Olise cuts in, flanking in, passes that to Koeman. Davis, build up looking good. Goretzka, mid pitch, back passes to Kim. Davis against the likes of Frimpong. Davis against the likes of Frimpong. Frimpong has a fall. That is a throw in favor of Davis. Kimmich, back passes to Neuer. Neuer gets those clearance good. Neuer gets those clearances good. It is what we have to do. You are not going to get those centre-back passes to be happening against the likes of Leverkusen when they are playing anytime, whatever way you are getting those balls back to your centre-backs or the ball back to your goalkeeping positions. Get those clearances, boy. Get those clearances. Kovar getting those. Man, look at that shot from Kovar. It just couldn't even get past the center part of the pitch. Harry Kane changes the wings, finds Olise. Olise on the right wings against Hincap, gets that across. Harry Kane, my God, big banger, boys, big banger. It is Harry Kane, the man who has scored. That is the Champions League memory you are talking about. We want 5 goals out of here, boys. We want those 5 goals. Mia San Mia, make it happen. Rummenigge Hoeneß on the sidelines, clapping that big. Harry Kane has got it. That is the muscle memory we are talking. Look at that. Olise gave that cross. Harry Kane, man, that was a banger cross. That was a banger header, and Harry Kane gets it into the far post. So technical. Look at that header, man. I am in love with you, boy. Oh my God, look at that header from Harry Kane. Look at that, man, Harry Kane. Mia, Mia, bring it big, boys, bring it big. Make those 125 years of muscle memory count and get this Kovar man 5 goals. Get 5 goals, boys. Kovar, the match has begun. Gets that, but those clearances from Kovar, their goalkeeping position, I mean, those clearances from him is not getting past the mid pitch. Look at that goalkeeper Kovar from the mid, I mean, from those goalkeeping positions, whenever he is getting those shots, it is Koeman again, one-on-one. Michele Hermoso, but that is a tackle one. In just 9 minutes, Bayern has got that goal. That is what the muscle memory is. 125 years and still moving on. Bring it big, boys. Neuer gets that. Goretzka mid-pitch. Kimmich. Goretzka back passes to Neuer. Get those clearances, boy. On these centre-backs, don't take those risks of passing. That is what Alonso's men rely most of the times. Frimpong. Back passes that. Hermoso, Michele. Keep this goal steady, boys. Keep this goal steady. No need to lose those patience so early on and get it going. It is the alliance where you have to boast. It is the alliance where you have to boast. Michele with that throw. But why is Vincent Company making those dejected movements on the sidelines? What is that dejected face which Vincent Company is making on the sidelines? Vincent Company, why he doesn't make those smiley faces? Why is he not smiling every time whenever I see this Vincent Company? What is this face you are making? You are the manager. You have to be that happy, man. Be that serious, but that ugly faces you make at times, Vincent Company, I don't like that to happen. Jonathan Tah finds Palacios. Waits trying to get past Kimmich. Coman getting those dribbles good. Harry Kane. That is a foul to Harry Kane. That is a foul to Harry Kane on the mid page. Granit Xhaka has got those fouls. Mikel Oliver, you shit man, not giving those cards. This referee denying that tackle made to Harry Kane. This referee denied that tackle made to Harry Kane on the mid pitch. Look at that. Harry Kane is limping. That was a foul to him. Yes, that was a step over. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It was a step over onto the foot of Harry Kane. It was definitely a step over. Look at that. What was that? That is a bad decision. That is a bad decision which is happening. That is a bad decision to be happening. Harry Kane was fouled and it was some sort of ugly moments. Frimpong gets that. That is what I'm saying, man. Every time you guys try to make those centre-back passes, don't make that. Frimpong got that big opportunity. Look at that. I am saying it time and again. Upamecano trying to find Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer saves it big. Manuel Neuer saves it big. Upamecano, man, I'm saying it time and again. Don't make those centre-back passes to the goalkeepers. That is what Leverkusen tries to win with those high compress. Lima winning it against Florian Wirtz with that corner. Passes to Coman. Change the wings, boys. Yes, getting Davis. Davis, move, boy. It is Olise again. Get it to Olise. Stay with the possession. Don't need to move in much. Olise, what a cut in. What a dribble that is. It is a foul to Olise. It is a big foul to Olise on the pitch. It is a big foul to Olise. Look at that 360 turn. Look at that turnaround which Olise had on the pitch. Oh my God. Olise on the pitch. What a turnaround that is from him on the pitch. Oh my goodness. That is a free kick. It is bit out of the box. It is bit out of the box. Can the Bayern snipers, Bavarians, get the goal out of here? It is Kovar on those goalkeeping positions. Harry Kane, Olise both having the view of the post. Who is going to take it? Olise or it is Harry Kane? Who is going to take that? Olise, Harry Kane, or is it going to be Kimmich? No, Kimmich is not going to take that. He is standing on there to get those walls to be penetrated. Harry Kane or Olise, who is going to take that? Harry Kane takes that, but it hits the wall straight. Harry Kane is looking for some sort of handball onto this. What is that? Kimmich is talking to Mikel Oliver, and what is that shit, man? That hand from the likes of Palacios, it was close to his body. It was close to his body. No denying the fact that was close to his body. That couldn't be a handball, boys. Mikel Oliver has cancelled everything and asked for the game to continue on. Mikel Oliver, this man, if he is going to make any sort of rusty and wasted decisions, that is not which we want on the pitch to happen. Image interception goes for Coman. Coman passes for Olise. High stakes counting in. Olise gets that. In the mid page, Goretzka gets that interception. Palacios, the man, is on the right part. He is blocking that. It is those early goals which you have got, boys. It is those early goals which you have. You have to keep those. Hermoso, the man, tries to find. He has got Grimaldo. Grimaldo against Olise. Trying to cut in. Passes that. I mean, Grimaldo and Hincap up against Olise and Lima. If that is a one-way situation, It is those counters which Bayern has to rely at times, but not allowing the aspects of Leverkusen. That is the flags raised, offside. That is. Adli is the man offside, or was that Palacios? Who was that? Yes, Adli was the man offside into that. That is some sort of offside from Adli happening on the pitch so far. And on the other hand, the game between PSG and Liverpool still goalless. Barcelona and the likes of Benfica still goalless. That is what is so far the score lines. But Bayern and Leverkusen one up still. Upamecano with that interception, Goretzka on the mid pitch, but Goretzka in the mid pitch, he is getting that, but most of the times he is staying high. Look at that, he is staying close to Granit Xhaka, he is staying close to Palacios. Those are the two mid pitch opportunities which Leverkusen exploits. Look at that goal, man, look at that goal. Olise got that cross with his right foot, and Harry Kane with that header, man, that was a German clinical finishing. That cross, that header, it is not going to happen. Neuer gets that to Upamecano. Upamecano changes the wings, finds Musiala. Musiala gets Davis back to Bambi. Bambi is the man. 2030. Get it big. Florian Wirtz against Goretzka. Doing that. Kimmich joins in. Ping pong. Cuts in. Passes that to Goretzka. Manuel Neuer. Get those clearances. Oh my god. What is that from Manuel Neuer? Straight to Palacios. Get those clearances, boy. That is what I'm saying. Against the likes of those high pressing teams. Get those clearances. Musiala changes the wings. But interception from Grimaldo. Bayern are in the mid pitch, just on the upper part of the box, are looking, fumbling, getting those clearances. What is that need? Clear those clearances. Clear those clearances, boy. Finally, Davis, Harry Kane, Coman. It is those moments on the pitch where you have to be bit alert. Image finds that Lima, Olise. Lima is having a run, but Olise stays with the possession. Goretzka joins in. Back to Olise. Upamecano, Kimmich, and Kim Min-jae are staying deep on the defensive aspects. Davis gets it to Coman on the left wings. Coman to the center mid pitch, finds Kimmich. Coman again goes for Kimmich. Change those wings, guys. Change those wings. It is Lima and Olise. Change that. It is some rest moments which by needs to happen. 20 minutes already high up on those positions. Coman going for those crosses. No, denied. Coman has got those cut in inside the box. But there were two men. Kimmich, kick that shot just on the edge of the box. Kimmich gets that turnaround good. With his left footer, he goes, tries to find Harry Kane, but that was a deflection in cap. The man getting those deflections, but at the cost of a corner. 21 minutes on the watch. Still in the stats, Leverkusen so far hasn't got, they have got that one big chance, but not getting those conversions. But Bayern, on the other hand, has got 3 shots, 2 on the target, but 1 header that was enough to get that goal. That header was a big one. It is a corner coming in. Who is going to take that? Goretzka, or is it Upamecano? Kim, or is it Harry Kane? Image with that corner, raising his hands. He goes straight into, oh my god, Musiala gets that header. Oh, that was close. That was close. Musiala gets that header, but it touches the top bar. Look at that. Bambi, you could have got that. Oh my god, Musiala, Bambi gets that header. Man, that could have been the second goal, boys. That could have been the second goal. Bayern is looking razor sharp in those crosses for today. Bayern are looking those razor sharp in those crosses. Bambi could have got that second goal, but it got some sort of obstruction from the top post. Upamecano with that free kick. Give that a long kick, boy. Don't try to pass that on the centre backs. Give that. Oh my God! He passes to Kimmich, back to Neuer. Neuer gets Kim. Kim finally gets that clearance. Yes, that is the war. That is the thing which you have to go for those teams who are pressing up high. Don't go for those centre back passes unless and until there is enough space for you, boys. Davis, Kim, look at that. Manuel Neuer, oh my God, so high up on the pace. Finds Coman, that is a good cross, that is a good pass from him. Coman gets that cross, man. Bayern are looking for those crosses happening. Bayern are looking for those crosses happening and they are making it good. They are really making it good. No denying the fact Bayern are going for those crosses and that is looking so good on the pitch. No denying the fact. 1-0 still the scoreline. Will that be up to the stoppage time? On the other hand, PSG and Liverpool 24 minutes still goalless. Barcelona and Benfica 25 minutes still goalless. But this man, Mikel Oliver, hope he doesn't make any sort of bad mistakes for today. Bayern and Leverkusen. Coman getting those crosses from the likes of Lammer. Davis joins in, but that is Mukele getting those interceptions. Kim Min Jae finally holding that image on the mid pitch. He is making those things happening. Back to Kim. Image tries to find Coman. Yes, Coman is there. Get that to Harry Kane. Harry Kane is there. Get it. Oh my God, you went for that first post, boy. You went for that first post. Stay with the ball, Koeman. Stay with the ball, Kingsley. You got that position good. You got that interception good. There was Harry Kane. There was Musiala. Tried to get those positions in the opposition defense instead of going for those big chances. Bayern, will they try to find the advantage? Because Leverkusen are not having the likes of Tapsova on their centre backs. Kimmich goes for Musiala. Mukele is the man injured on the pitch. Now is it the time for Leverkusen to, Xabi Alonso to make those substitutions? Look at that. Davis jumping so high gets those interceptions, but Mukele on the other hand, with that fall on the ground, is looking injured. Is that Xabi Alonso need to make those substitutions? Is it that Xabi Alonso needs to make those substitutions, or it is Mukele who is trying to buy some time to get those rests on the pitch? What is that which is going to happen? Tapsova, the man on the sidelines, looking to get his legs warmed up. That is what the Champions League muscle memory and the stress which you face on your body most of the times. That is what the stress is all about. So far in this game, Bayern has got those 5 shots, 2 on target. And PSG and the likes of Liverpool, 27 minutes, PSG is getting those bangers, man. 6 shots PSG has taken against Liverpool. Benfica and Barcelona, 28 minutes. Look at that. 6 from Benfica, 6 from Barcelona. Both of them are getting those big numbers talking. Lise again with that cross to the far post. Harry Kane was there. Kim Min-jae, interception. Davis collects that. Musiala, will he take that shot? No. In the mid page goes for Goretzka. Goretzka gets that. It is the likes of Kovar which Bayern is targeting, and Bayern have to get those big numbers talking. Bayern has to get those big numbers talking in the first leg because it is Hideki, the man, not in the starting lineups. It is Tapsoba, not in the starting lineups for Leverkusen. It is Bayern who has to take these advantages and get those things happening. Total 6 shots being taken, just 2 on target. Whereas Leverkusen has got one big opportunity in that, and that was definitely Frimpong could have scored that. Manuel Neuer getting those deflections, and it did good. Reads Upamecano back to Neuer. Neuer with that clearance. Neuer is doing that right job. Every time he is getting that, he is getting those clearances. He is going for those big counters on the attacks. That is what you have to do with those high pressing teams. With that ball, I mean, Tapsoba is not present for today. He is on some sort of injuries. Hideki is also not. It is the likes of Kovar. He is safeguarding the nets for Leverkusen and Alliance. In the mid pitch, Goretzka today is looking a big monster. Finds Upamecano, and Upamecano tries to find Olise. It is that Harry Kane who has to at times bid stay high up on the pitch. But neither Kane nor Musiala are staying. It is likes of Olise and Coman who are going for those counters. Image, Davis, back to Neuer. Get those clearances, boy. Good enough. Neuer gets that. Goretzka mid-pitch interception. Lama speeding in. Take the position, boy. Take the position. Lama at times seems hurrying so much on the pitch. Upamecano, Goretzka, Kimmich again. But the involvement of Bambi on the pitch for today, look at him. Bambi is now having that position. He is moving on good. Finds Coman. Goretzka again. Olise, most of the times for today, he is seen making those crosses. Back passes to Goretzka. Kim. Coman. Kimmich, will he take that shot? Yes, he has taken that. Kimmich goes for a long range shooting curler. Oof, oof, oof. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section that who is going to get those wins. Is it the likes of the Reds, Bayern? Is it the likes of the Reds, Liverpool? Yes, we have got those votes for Bayern. And is it the likes of Leverkusen and Joan Alonso, the man? Vamos Bayern Munich, yeah boy, vamos. Mias and me are going to be happening or not? That is what the watch for this up to the stoppage time. Thank you, Joan Alonso, for coming on to the stream, boy. Big muscle memories to be talking or not, that is the aspect. Can Bayern take those advantages of Hideki and Tapsoba not in the pitch? Harry Kane with those interceptions finds Bambi. Goretzka again. Goretzka to Kimmich. Upamecano. Lise. Lise finds Upamecano again. Look at that. Look at that. It is likes of Adley and Florian Wirtz who are staying high up, and they will be definitely looking to bounce back on those centre back passes, either to Manuel Neuer or it is the likes of Kim Min-jae and Upamecano. They have to be a bit clinical. Coman is the man trying to get past Mukele, but this time Kovar was there. So God. 32 minutes on the watch. In cap, this time getting past Olise. Olise is looking short. Upamecano, what a good tackle, boy. You are showing that. I'm saying it time again. Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, if in the Champions League stats you have a look, it is those two centre backs, Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, who have got those big tackles and those big aerial duels won. Two of the centre backs in the Champions League stats, check it over there. They are the big numbers talking in those tackles. They have won it. No denying the fact. Leverkusen building up. Mukele finds that. Frimpong back to Mukele. Grimaldo. Frimpong again on the edge of the box against Davis. Frimpong being intercepted by Davis. Get those clearances, boy. Davis, get those clearances, boy. That is a bad tackle. That is a bad tackle. Look at that. Look at that. Leverkusen are now playing those resty movements because they got that with the likes of Frimpong and Adley. Those challenges were made to Upamecano. It was looking that Leverkusen are trying to get some sort of injuries for Upamecano. Alonso not happy with the decision of Mikel Oliver on the pitch. The referee for today, this is the man, Mikel Oliver. Hope he doesn't make any sort of big mistakes. Hope this man, Mikel Oliver, doesn't make any big mistakes. Manuel Neuer with that free kick, trying to find Coman. Harry Kane joining to it. Gaining that, passes to Kovar. Hope this man, Mikel Oliver, doesn't make any sort of big mistakes for today. That Englishman for this Bundesliga derby, I mean, UEFA has been picking up those slots for the referees. It is a bit disheartening once at times. But PSG and Liverpool, so far 35 minutes, 10 shots PSG has taken. Liverpool hasn't yet got a shot to be taken. Oh my goodness. But David Massa, the man on the pitch, hope he doesn't commit any sort of mistakes. Frimpong inside the box, trying to get a cut in. Adley not getting that good enough. I mean, look at that stats from PSG. Look at that. 35 minutes on the pitch. PSG and Liverpool, 10 shots PSG has taken, 4 on target, 64% possession, 91% pass accuracy at their home of Parc des Princes. PSG are taking a big toll out of Liverpool. Liverpool are rather staying deep down on the defensive aspect. 0 shots from Liverpool in the round of 16 first leg at the Parc des Princes. Liverpool still hasn't got a single shot taken. Oh my God. Barcelona and Benfica, oh my God, a red card has been given. Benfica and Barcelona, Kubarsi has been given a red card. That is what happens, boy, if you are getting those high centre-back lineups. That is what happens. Barcelona has got a red card. Dani Olmo is out and Araujo has been given those substitutions. Barcelona on those 22nd minutes has got a red card. Kubarsi, the man, has got it and he will definitely miss the second leg as well. Oh my God, Hansi Flick, my boy, make that big happen, guy, make that big happen. Over here, Bayern and Leverkusen, now it is Harry Kane. What a tackle that is from Granit Xhaka on the pitch. What a tackle that is from Granit Xhaka on the pitch. What a tackle that is from Granit Xhaka on the pitch. He is trying to instigate the Bayern players. That is what Granit Xhaka and Mukele tries. That is what Granit Xhaka and Mukele tries. That is a brawl going on the pitch. And Granit Xhaka, most of the times, he goes for these challenges. No denying the fact, Granit Xhaka at times goes for this when he sees he tries to break the temperament of the game, he tries to break the momentum of the game, he tries to break that balance which man are not trying. This is what happens. This is what happens. Granit Xhaka as well as Palacios, these two of the mid-page from Leverkusen, most of the times they have been seen breaking the temperament, breaking the momentum of the game, breaking the pace of the game. That is what we try to get some sort of recovery and get some sort of peace on their legs. It is a bad moment. It is a bad moment from the likes of Granit Xhaka and Palacios on the pitch. No denying the fact. Look at that. It was Florian Wirtz. That was a fine, good challenge from the likes of Kimmich. But no, Florian Wirtz in the end hits his own teammate and he gets a fall on the pitch. What is that? Mukele, the man, gets that yellow card. Good decision from the man. That is a good decision. He takes his time and he gets that decision good. He gets that decision and he gets it good. No denying the fact, this man, Mikel Oliver, has given his decision so good. But Lima has also been given those yellow cards. But to talk about the likes of Granit Xhaka and Palacios from the mid-pitch, most of the times these two players from Leverkusen have been seen trying to break the momentum, trying to break down the pace, trying to break down the build-up of the opposition which is happening. Look at that, look at that. Leverkusen and Alliance are showing those temperament on the pitch. Mukele is the man, he has been given those yellow cards. Lima has also been getting those yellow cards. That is a big one. In the Champions League, don't you deny to get, because on the other hand, Barcelona and Benfica, it is Kubasi, that centre back, who has got a red card. Felix Zoyer, the man, has given Kubasi, the centre back of Barcelona, a red card. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that. It is a red card for Kubasi. Hansi Flick must not be happy with that thing to be happening, because Felix Zoyer is the referee on the pitch. And on the other hand, PSG and Liverpool, it is all the Ultras Paris, which is happening on the 40th minute. 11 shots they have taken. That is Leverkusen with that free kick. With that shot inside the box. But to talk about Jonathan Tah, he will be the man too angry and too furious, because his likes of joining Bayern is not going to happen. Jonathan Tah with his likes of joining Bayern Munich is definitely not going to happen. Not going to happen by any means. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section that who is going to get those wins. The poll has been pinned on the chat, and get those cheeky picky links which is available on the social media platforms. The links are there in the video as well as in the channel description. Manuel Neuer getting a bit risky against Florian Wirtz, passing that to Upamecano. Image passes Minje. Davis for today is really getting it good against Frimpong. Davis for today is really getting it good against Frimpong. No denying the fact. To talk about Bayern and Leverkusen so far, Koeman is not looking that decent, but he is looking for those opportunities, but not capitalizing it the best. Musiala has been decent, Kimmich and Olise, but Goretzka and the likes of Davis has to get some creativity out of that. It is the 42 minutes on the watch, 41 minutes, 50 seconds to be precise. Olise, Musiala, Kimmich, Just look at that. Brawl moment which happened from Granit Xhaka on the pitch, it suddenly has changed the temperament as well as those build-ups which were happening. They try to do it most of the times. It is the likes of Granit Xhaka, the likes of Palacios, in cap. These are the three prominent players from Leverkusen who most of the times when they see their opposition making those passes, those build-ups, those thirds and fourths in the finals are going good, they try to break the momentum by getting those brawl moments on the pitch, and after that they go for some sort of recovery to be happening. What is that? It is Harry Kane with the ball, passes that image, gets that touch out of nowhere. Adley, I think Zabi Alonso in the second half will get the replacement of Adley and will bring in either the likes of Patrice Schick, Boniface, or Nathan Tala. Lama on the edge of the box. Police, image, Harry Kane goes for Coman just on the edge of the box. Image again. The previous night, that shot from Alvarez, Alfonso Davies tries to take that shot, but straight onto the legs of Mukele. Lama again, Musiala. Musiala with his right footer takes that. Is it the corner incoming or is it the likes of Lama who has got those touches? Who has got that touch finally? Musiala hits that, but in cap getting those blocks, but at the cost of a corner incoming. Elise again going for that first post. Lama back passes that. Manuel Neuer just on the center half of the pitch finds Coman. Elise, Musiala. What a tackle that is to Harry Kane on the pitch. Look at that. Mukele is making those sliding tackles. Harry Kane was down on the pitch. It is Leverkusen who are now getting rusty and they will show their rusty moments most of the times. Lamo gets that cross. Musiala Bambi with that header. No. Davis, will he take that shot? He goes for those curls. What a chip in shot from Davis. Make those crosses, boy. 2030 is the contract year which you are boasting. Make those crosses. Man, Lamo went for that cross good. Lamo went for those cross good. No denying that. Kova is the man. 45 minutes are up. 3 minutes of added time in the first half. Nagelsmann sitting there on the stands as well, having a watch for his demon shaft selections to be happening. But it is the likes of Harry Kane who at times has to move high up on the pitch as well, because that is the place where Jonathan Tah and Hermoso are not facing those threats. In terms of those goal pitching moments, what a performance which Bayern has shown so far. A great performance, 3 minutes of added time. Will we get that one goal lead more? Can we make it 2-0, boys, in the first half? Can we get that first 2 goals in the first half? Granit Xhaka not getting those passes. It is from the likes of Granit Xhaka who is not looking in the best of his forms, as well as the likes of Palacios. Granit Xhaka back passes to in cap finding Palacios on the pitch. Hermoso, Kovar. But look at that goalkeeping shots which Kovar is taking. Whenever Kovar, the man, that Czech Republic player, The goalkeeper at Leverkusen, whenever he is going for those clearances, his shots are not even crossing the center half of the pitch. The clearances which the goalkeeper Kova is taking, his goalkeeping shots, I mean those shots from him, is not even crossing the center half of the pitch. He is trying to find Coman, getting those interceptions good. Kim Min Jae against Adley. Look at that. Again, Kim Min Jae not getting those good moments. Look at that. Flags are raised. That was offside from Grimaldo. That will be a goal kick. That will be a goal kick. A good decision that is from the sidelines. A good decision that is from the sidelines. But Bayern has been able to get that goal just with that magical cross from Olise with his right footer, man, and Harry Kane getting that banger header. Apart from that, there hasn't been those good clinical opportunities which Bayern has got to get into the nets. The whistle has been blown, and for the first half to talk about this man, Mikel Oliver has made his decisions good. No denying the fact, Mikel Oliver, the man of the pitch, has made his decisions good. No denying the fact. And Bayern in the first half, boasting of these stats at the Alliance, has given those opportunities of 9 shots to be taken, 2 on target, 50% possession, 60% possession, 40% from Leverkusen, but Leverkusen has got those 3 shots, 1 on target, 252 passes, 81% pass accuracy. That is what Bayern has to make it. It is those 81% pass accuracy which Bayern are trying to get it, and that is what they are not being able to dominate in those build-ups. 9 fouls, 1 yellow card for both the teams. No red cards, 2 corners for Bayern and 1 for Leverkusen so far in this game. That is what Bayern is looking it good, and that header from the likes of Harry Kane, that was something out of this universe in the Champions League. The previous night which we're having, it was the goal scoring capabilities of Brahim Diaz, those from Julian Alvarez, those were the moments. But for today, it is this Harry Kane header moment, and that Olise shot, it was out of this universe. Those crosses, those shots being taken, it was simply out of this universe. That has led to that 1 goal lead Bayern at Alliance against Leverkusen. But look at that, PSG against Liverpool, that is also a half-time, but the stats over here is disheartening. PSG at Parc des Princes, they are humiliating Liverpool. Liverpool with 24% possession. My mistake, I said it's 32% possession, whereas PSG are having 68, 321 passes from PSG. But still, they haven't been able to get a goal. Liverpool are just safeguarding that good. And at Anfield, that will be a different story if PSG are not getting those numbers to be counting in the first leg. But the Reds, on the other hand, hasn't considered. That is a big one. That is a big one. And not to be denying on that game, the referee on the pitch, it is David Massa, who hasn't shown any sort of bad decisions to be happening on the pitch. It is Liverpool's Luis Diaz in action and Donnarumma finally getting those saves. Some of the moments are happening, but 1 goal has been a no goal with VAR. Oh my god, PSG has been denied a goal as well after those kickoffs. But much of the moments for PSG is happening because in the stats they are boasting. But the Reds, Liverpool will not give it so easy in the second half to be happening. And whereas that of Benfica and Barcelona, that is a red card to Barcelona. Oh my god, Kubarsi, the man, has been shown a red card. And to talk about is the referee on the page, Felix Sawyer, is enjoying getting those cards. Look at that. It is Kubarsi, the man who has been shown that red card. for that tackle made. It is the likes of those red card moments which Barcelona is not boasting it, but then also they have got those 8 shots, 4 on target. Benfica 11, 3 on target at home, not getting those shots to be taken at the Sporting Lisboa Stadium, not getting those shots to be taken. 4 corners, but that is what the 72% pass accuracy which Benfica is boasting, not getting those things happening. But in the previous meeting between those two teams, it was a 4-5 big one, and the game is still ongoing. But for now, we are watching that game of Bayern and Leverkusen. There is a break going on. We will also take that short break. And yes, those of you who are watching the stream, do give your votes on the chat section that who is going to get those wins. It is the likes of the Reds, Liverpool, it is the likes of the Reds, Bayern, it is the likes of the PSG, or it is the likes of Leverkusen who are going to get those big numbers talking for today. We will be coming on for the second half. Just a 1 minute break, a short break I will take, and I will be back. Let me just drink water, man. Too thirsty. High stake matches. The second day of the first leg of the Champions League. We will be having a watch. Do stay tuned. I'll be back in just 1 minute. Does Bayern need to go for substitutions? Does Bayern need to go for those substitutions? Or it is the likes of Liverpool who wants to go for those substitutions? What is that which will be happening in the second half? We are back over here, guys, for the second half watch along of this Bayern and Leverkusen, as well as the likes of PSG and Liverpool. But look at that. I mean, to talk about the lineup, look at this. Bayern with this lineup. I mean, to talk about the decent performances of both. Yes, it is over here on the screen. I mean, the performance of Koeman against Musiala, Mukele. Koeman is not making that big happening. He has got those chances to be covering up, but in terms of those tackles being won, Jonathan Tah is that physical superiority on the pitch who is denying those big opportunities. Harry Kane has got that goal, that was a class one, but he is staying most of the times bit deep playing on his positions. Harry Kane is the man who is staying bit deep playing in his aspects. Musiala, on the other hand, is also staying on the mid part of the pitch rather than going for those counters. Goretzka, and big man, he is doing his job good. I can't deny him for this game. Goretzka has been doing it good. Kimmich is looking marvelous. Upamecano, that back pass to Manuel Neuer would have just equalized that one goal from Leverkusen, and Leverkusen will be relying on that for most of the times. Leverkusen will be relying on most of the times for those back passes to be happening. And that is where Bayern has to be bit critical. They have to be bit critical in those aspects where you can't give those back passes to be happening. Manuel Neuer has been decent. He has prevented a big chance, a big goal opportunity, which was there for Leverkusen. He denied that a good shot from Frimpong, but Davis and Lama on their defending aspects, not denying, not giving any big opportunities for Frimpong and Grimaldo. But Upamecano and Kim Min-jae on those back passes, which they are making it, Florian Wirtz, Adli, Frimpong, Grimaldo, they will be looking more into it. But Florian Wirtz is the man from Leverkusen in their lineups. If we talk about is not performing that good so far in this game. Florian Wirtz as well as Adli, the two men on those center forwards for Leverkusen, is not making it big happen because the mid pace from Goretzka and Kimmich not allowing those build-ups to be happening. Whereas Kim Min-jae and Upamecano, both of them in the center back aspects doing decent, but they have to be bit critical in those back passes to be happening. Those counters from Foley and Beats and Adley, they can be lethal. Frimpong as well as joining into them, Grimaldo as well as. But Mukele on the other hand is not showing those character as well as the likes of Hincap. Because is it at the alliance which they are facing, Jonathan Tah and Hermoso, Hermoso is the man who is staying most of the parts, staying high up on the pitch on those tackles. But Granit Xhaka and Palacios, man, these two midfielders from Leverkusen, most of the times I have seen them, Granit Xhaka and Palacios, disrupting the gameplay. They just go with those brawls on the pitch. They just go with those upset moments, causing the game to delay for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to get the momentum of their opposition to be breaking, to stop the build-ups which the opposition is having, and they also made that happen. That was a big one from Granit Xhaka and Palacios because they tried to stop the momentum which the Bayern players were having in the in the first half, and that is what it went. It went to a yellow card, but the referee on the pitch for today, no denying the fact, Mikel Oliver, that English man on the pitch, he has been doing his job decent. He has been taking his time good. He is that Englishman, that referee on the pitch. I was a bit worried because in the FA Cup in the past recently has made those decisions, but in the Champions League for today, he is making his decisions good so far. I don't know what he is going to make on the next half. That is what is from Bayern and Leverkusen so far. But PSG and Liverpool, look at that. It is PSG who are boasting their home first leg, which they are playing at the Park des Princes. 12 shots they have taken, 6 on target, but not yet getting a goal. Liverpool, on the other hand, from their defensive aspects, are doing it good. One shot only Liverpool has got, that too not on target, and 32% which Liverpool is having, 66% from PSG. That was beyond my expectations, but Liverpool is having those injuries. Will that be a factor to that? And on the other hand, the game between the likes of Benfica and Barcelona, look at that. It is that red card which Pau Kubarsi has got, and the referee on the pitch, Felix Zoyer, has dropped Barcelona to 10 men. Barcelona are down to 10 men, and on the substitution, they have dropped Dani Olmo and brought in Ronald Araujo after those red cards. But in the stats for this game, Benfica at home, the Sporting Lisbon, 11 shots, 3 on target, but not yet a goal, whereas Barcelona 8 shots and 4 goals. So we are back to the Bayern and Leverkusen. The second half is underway. Zoyer just blowing the whistle over here. What is that? Any sort of substitutions being made? Has there been any substitutions being made? Adley against Upamecano. Upamecano got those headers good. Had a fall on the pitch, but Adley falls on the pitch with hand on his head. What was that for? Mikel Oliver, the referee, has blown that whistle. So substitutions to talk about, nothing made by Vincent Company, neither from the likes of Xabi Alonso on the pitch. The second half is underway over here at the Allianz Arena. Bayern still with that 1 goal lead and no substitutions being made. As well as the second half between Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool is underway. Is there any sort of substitutions? Neither Luis Enrique nor Arne Slot has gone for those substitutions. As well as the game between Benfica and Barcelona, it hasn't yet started for the second half because it went for those late 9 minutes of added time in the first half. I mean, look at that. It is now Elise again up against Incap, trying to get past Bambi. Back to Elise, Goretzka, Kimmich, Upamecano, to Minje, Davis, Kimmich again, Kim, Harry Kane, but that is a good one. Granit Xhaka, the man down on the pitch. He is again looking to get those disruptions on the pitch. Look at that. Granit Xhaka was getting that foul against Kimmich, but look at the way he reacts. He gets to break the momentum of the pitch. It is now the position for Leverkusen. Tah going for Frimpong on the wings. Mukele, Tah, back to Mukele, Frimpong. Mukele again, Tah getting that. I mean, that is something which Leverkusen are struggling to find in this. They are now trying to retain the possession. Bambi now going against Hermoso. Over the man, chip shot that is to Hermoso. Olise has got that interception with Hermoso. Will that be a goal kick or a corner? That is what Leverkusen wants. Leverkusen back passes that because they want to create that mid pitch passes to be happening, and if you are going to press it high up against Leverkusen, that is the place where they go for those counters to be happening. They try to move the pitch to one part, and on the other part where there is one man free, they try to make those passes happening. Kovar with that goal kick. This is the first time I have seen Kovar going for those goal kicks, and it has crossed the mid part of the pitch. Lise winning those tackles, good enough. He has got Lima, but a block that is from Hincap again. Grimaldo, Weeds in the first half hasn't been looking decent. Musiala now gets that interception. Hincap, that is a tackle to Olise. Musiala is down. Mikel Oliver, the referee on the pitch. Show those yellow cards, boy. Show those yellow cards. Hincap with that ugly challenge to Olise. And look at that tackle being made. Sadly, that tackle he made to Musiala is trying to get some sort of injuries. Leverkusen are now trying to find those injuries as well as those upset moments. They try to go for that most of the times. Leverkusen, whenever they face Bayern and they try to get those upsets like this, breaking the momentum of the game, breaking the pace of the game, and try to get those disrupts on the pitch. It is a throw for Leverkusen. Mukele is finding that man. Whom does he go for? Hadley. Interception that is from Kimmich. Harry Kane has been fouled. That is a bad one. That is a bad man. That is a bad tackle. Leverkusen are making those bad tackles on the pitch. Look at that. It was again Palacios, the man. Look at that. I'm talking about Granit Xhaka and Palacios in the mid pitch. Most of the times they goes for those tackles. They try to break the momentum of the game when they see their opposition are getting that good hold. Now Goretzka has been given those yellow cards. What is that rusty moment on the pitch? What is that rusty moment on the pitch? Oh my God. Goretzka went to for that appeal to Mikel Oliver, and this man has given that yellow card to Goretzka because he went for some sort of talking. Oh my God. Mikel Oliver in the second half is making things worse. That Englishman in the Bundesliga clash for the Champions League, making those yellow cards count, that is a big one. That is a big one. Leon Goretzka has got that yellow card. Musiala gets it going good. Harry Kane against Jonathan Tah. It is that part where Bayern now have to spread their pitch high up in those attacking aspects. In cap, tries to find on the wings. It is Weeds against Lima. Upamecano gets in. Interception is good. This is the chance where Leverkusen tries to get those equalizers. They suddenly, after those disrupt moments on the pitch, they go for those counters and they get those goals. Goes for but Lima today, he is making it good. Image back passes, Manuel Neuer, get those clearances, boy. Yes, good one. Oh man. Header back to Davis. Mid pitch image goes for Lima again. Olise. Lima again. Goretzka. Back to Upamecano. Minje. Davis. Davis cuts in. He is inside the box. Whom he is going to cross. No one is there high up on the pitch. But he has a view of it. Back passes to Coman. That is a goal for Musiala. Yes, boy, you have got that second goal. That is what the 125 years of muscle memory. That is happening big. That is happening big. Come it, big boys. Bambi has got that goal. Bambi has got that goal. Jamal Musiala, that young kid, 2030 is the year for you at Bayern to be staying, and you got it, good boy. Look at that. Davis got that cut in into the box. Got for Coman Kimmich with that cross. Kovar moving high up as a mistake. And Musiala gets that big. Bambi is the man talking. That is what I was saying in the first half to be happening. Musiala, when Hurricane is down, has to press high up on the pitch and put those pressure on Kovar, Hermoso, and that to be happening. And Bambi has got it, boy. Bambi has got it. This is what the Mias and Mia moments coming in. Bring it big, boy. Bring it big. We want 5 goals for today. We want 5 goals for today. We want 5 goals for today. Bayern 2, Leverkusen 0, 54 minutes. Good one, good aspect coming in. Oh my God, Manuel Neuer down on the sidelines. Is he looking injured? Manuel Neuer down on the sidelines. Is he looking injured? Keep this momentum going, guys. Keep this momentum going. Keep this momentum going. Don't relax on the pitch, boys. Don't relax on the pitch. We have to get 5 goals. We have to get 5 goals. Make it happen big. Make it happen big. It is at the Alliance. It is 2 goals up against Leverkusen. Don't take that a granted one. Don't take that a granted one. Oh my God. Manuel Neuer is seen looking, moving off to the sidelines. Holy Christ. In this situation, Manuel Neuer is leaving the pitch. Oh my God. My goodness, Manuel Neuer is looking, moving off the pitch. He wasn't that fully fit and back from the injuries. He was in the lineups for most of the times. He has given his best what he can do at this age. Oh my God, Manuel Neuer is now going back for those substitutions. He is not looking fit. Jonas Ulbig is the man. He is coming. Oh my God. Jonas Ulbig is the man coming. Manuel Neuer is leaving the pitch. Manuel Neuer is leaving the pitch. Oh my God. Substitution coming in. Manuel Neuer is leaving the pitch. My goodness. Manuel Neuer is leaving the pitch. That is a big bad news. That is a big bad news. Oh my God, Manuel Neuer is injured and he is leaving the pitch. Oh my God, Manuel Neuer has left the pitch. He is on and that injury. It is Jonas Urbig who is making his first appearance. Oh my God, Jonas Urbig, he hasn't made a single appearance, and this guy, 21 years of age, the German goalkeeper, prior to that he was at Grafforth, Cologne. He's making his first appearance, and that too in the first leg of the Champions League. Urbi gets that, Upamecano, Lima. Leverkusen are trying to get those disrupt moments again because it is the likes of Jonas Urbik, who has come on to the pitch. He is making his first appearance. That young kid, 21 years of age, in the Champions League. He hasn't been in the Bundesliga making those appearances for Bayern. It is that first time this young kid, 21 years of age, Jonas Urbik, is coming on to save the nets for the Alliance. Big character needs to be shown from him. Ulrich is the man also, but he hasn't been picked. When Ulrich hasn't been called to the substitutions, but Vincent Company going for the substitution of Jonas Urbik. Manuel Neuer, it is that time. Olise again, moving on. Will he take that shot? But the cluster of those Leverkusen players high up over there. Man, Jonas Urbik is there. I mean, in the second leg, will Manuel Neuer be available or not? That will be a big question. Because if in the second leg this game is going for the penalties, will Manuel Neuer be available for the second leg? As of now, it is all up to the shoulders of Jonas Urbik, the number 40 on the jersey, 23 years of age. That German kid is there to save the nets. Olise with that cross far to the post, over jumping that, but no threat for him. No threat for him so far. My goodness, Jonas Urbik is the man who has come for the substitutions. Jonas Urbik hasn't made any appearances for Bayern in the Bundesliga as well. He is playing his first game for Bayern officially, and that too in the Champions League. My goodness, in the round of 16, Jonas Urbik gets that clearance. Look at that shot. Look at that shot from Jonas Urbik. Look at that clearance from Urbik. Jonas Urbik gets that clearance and that shot from him. Man, it went gliding so high up on the pitch. He is looking so physically fit. He passes that confidently to Goretzka on the mid pitch. Upamecano, don't pass that onto the centre back, boys. Get those clearances. That is the no need of showing your talent on the centre backs in those passes to be happening. Make those clearances whenever you are getting that ball. Oh my God, Kingsley Coman has been fouled. Give him a red card. That is a red card. Mukele time and again getting those disruptions to the likes of Kingsley Coman has got that red card. Leverkusen have got that red card time and again. I was saying it constantly in the Bundesliga games as well. It was the likes of Mukele, it was the likes of Granit Xhaka, it was the likes of Palacios, who most of the times tries to break the momentum of the opposition playing, and this time he does that. Mukele was the man who was already on a yellow card, and this man, Mikel Oliver, is giving that red card. That is a good decision, Mikel Oliver. That is a good decision which you have taken. That is a good decision. Look at that foul from Mukele. Look at that foul from Mukele. He pretended that as if he has done it unknowingly, but no. Leverkusen with the likes of Mukele, with the likes of Granit Xhaka, with the likes of Palacios, most of the times they get these things happening. No denying the fact, whenever Leverkusen see their opposition playing those good momentum on the pitch, they does that. Leverkusen does that for most of the times. I have seen it many times in the Bundesliga, in the DFB Pokals as well. And now Mukele has been shown that red card. That second yellow card comes to a red, and he is off the pitch. Good job done, Mikel Oliver. Good job done. Good job done from Mikel Oliver on the pitch for today. Good job done. He has identified those spots because he is that English referee on the pitch, and he is giving that on a non-partial decisions being made. Mukele, second yellow cards, get that red card, and he is off the pitch. Good job. Leverkusen down to 10 men, trying to break the pace, trying to break the momentum of the pitch. It is the likes of time and again I have been saying it. It is Granit Xhaka, it is Palacios, it is Mukele, it is the likes of Hincap, it is the likes of their player. I mean, that Tapsova, these are some 4 or 5 players at Leverkusen who tries to break the momentum of the opposition when they see them going good. It is Olise, corners, getting those far post moments. Bambi is looking aggressive on the pitch. Bambi is looking aggressive on the pitch. This is the moment. Look at that. Jamal Musiala is having that aggression on him because most of the times it is Jamal Musiala who is being tackled bad by Granit Xhaka, tackled bad by Palacios on the mid pitch, tackled bad by Tapsova, in cap on the mid pitch, and the referees don't pay those attentions to them. But this man for today, it is the likes of this man. He is doing his job so good. No denying the fact. Mikel Oliver, the man, doing it good. Leverkusen, most of the times they try to get those rusty tackles and go for those brawls just for a few minutes to stop the momentum of the gameplay of the opposition. Granit Xhaka passes that to Kovar. It is the substitution which Bayern has now got. They are trying to bring Stanisic on the pitch. They are trying to bring Stanisic on the pitch. Stanisic has been previously associated with the likes of Leverkusen. Will that be a good substitution Vincent Kompany is going to make? Will that be a good decision which Vincent Kompany is going to make? Leverkusen down to 10 men. Get that third goal, boys. Get that third goal. Image. Coman. Davis. To Harry Kane. Lima. Olise, 65 minutes, 40 seconds on the watch. Lima on the edge of the box. Olise again. The same prototype passing which Vincent Kompany is now seen doing. Upamecano again high up on the pitch. Image. Davis. Image changes the wings, finds Olise. Olise trying to get past Hincap. Cut in, no. Lama gathers that possession back to Kimmich. Kimmich with that cross. Harry Kane was late. Harry Kane was late in making those moves. Upamecano, what rusty move you are doing, boy. He has solely given away that to Florian Wirtz in that build-up. Upamecano is doing those silly moves. Upamecano is doing those silly moves. Look at that. He gifted that to Florian Wirtz just like a baby on the pitch. Upamecano again in the first half, he has passed that to Manuel Neuer. That was also a committed mistake which he is doing time and again. So substitutions coming in, Vincent Kompany making it Upamecano. I mean, time and again he gets so aggressive in his mind. He loses the piece of his mind on the pitch and he commits those big mistakes. But Upamecano and Kim Min-jae in the UEFA Champions League stats, if you look at it, these two are the centre backs who have got the most tackles won, the most duels won this season of the Champions League so far. Kingsley Coman, good play, boy. Kingsley Coman, what a class move that was from you. Kingsley Coman now getting those substitutions. Leroy Sané coming in, and it is the likes of Lama also moving to the sidelines and Stanisic coming in. Two substitutions which Vincent Kompany has made into it. 67 minutes, the substitutions has been made. Stanisic with that throw to Harry Kane. The ball is off for a throw. The ball is off for a throw. On the other hand, the game between PSG and Liverpool still goalless. And on the other hand, it is the likes of Barcelona has scored. Good one, boys. Barcelona has scored. With a red card, they have scored it against Benfica. Rafinha is the man who has scored it. Benfica is nailing it bad. Benfica is nailing it bad. Benfica is nailing it bad. Barcelona down to 10 men on 22nd minutes, but then also Benfica hasn't been able to get a score out of it. 16 shots taken, not getting those clinical moments on the pitch. But Bayern and Leverkusen substitutions get that third goal, boys. Make this a dead game for the second leg. Make this a dead game for the second leg with that third goal. Stanisic now against goes for Bambi. Goretzka. Stanisic. Musiala enjoying the possession. Good. Back to Goretzka. Stanisic. Back passes. Upamecano. Make it safe. Don't lose away those positions. Florian Wirtz is the man who is that sole center forward now, keeping it high up against the press of Kim Min-jae and Upamecano. But Upamecano at times is just giving those so easily. Davis winning that, passes to Kimmich inside the box. Olise, take that shot, boy. Oh my god, that first touch was a bit wide. Olise takes that shot. No worries for Kovar this time. No worries for Kovar this time. That is a no worry for Kovar this time. Get that third goal, boys. Get that third goal. Make it a dead game for the second leg. Make it a dead game for the second leg. Kovar with that goal kick, but in this game, the goal kicks which Kovar has taken, I haven't seen most of those goal kicks. He has been able to get past the center half of the pitch. But still, Vincent Company is not going for the substitutions of Thomas Muller on the pitch. He has gone only for Leroy Sané, dropping in Coman. Leroy Sané with that cross far to the post, Harry Kane. But that is a corner. Hincap has considered a corner. Take that corner good enough and get that third goal, boys. Take that corner good enough and get that third goal. Make this a dead game for the second half to be happening. I mean, for the second leg. Make this a dead game for the second leg. Get the opportunity and make this a dead game for the second leg. Tapsoba is there. Tapsoba is the man who has been called up. Xabi Alonso must be repenting upon his decisions, because after the departure of Adley, he has now brought in Tapsoba more defensive reinforcements, because they don't want any sort of more goals to be happening. Just look at those substitutions. It is Adley out after those red cards. It is Tapsoba in and Mikel Oliver, the man on the pitch. Why the game has been stopped? Why the game has been stopped? Mikel Oliver is having that view to it. Look at that tackle from Tapsoba. Tapsoba was holding Harry Kane inside the box. That, like anything, that is going to be a penalty. Give that a penalty, boy. Give that a penalty. Give that a penalty. Tapsoba with those tackles to Harry Kane. Look at that. That is, he is holding Harry Kane inside the box. He is doing a big committed foul. Look at that. Harry Kane has a fall and he was being held from behind. That is looking like a cattle race. That is not looking like a football goal which is happening. That is not looking like a football game happening. Leverkusen, Mikel Oliver, what is he has given that penalty because Tapsoba was holding Harry Kane from behind. Big win incoming, boys. Big win incoming. Make that penalty happen. A yellow card to Tapsoba as well. Look at that. Good decision being made. Good decision being made. No denying the fact. A good decision being made, and the referee on the pitch, Mikel Oliver, for today's game, he is giving those good non-partial decisions all the times. That is what Leverkusen does. I have said it repeatedly on my live streams. I have said it repeatedly on my vlogs. Whenever this game between Leverkusen and Bayern happens, it was the likes of Leverkusen who used to get those tackles and disrupt the momentum of the pitch. But Mikel Oliver, with his refereeing view, he is doing his job good. Because this time it was Tapsoba after his substitution. Xabi Alonso made him to come to the pitch just to man mark Harry Kane, and he was holding Harry Kane from behind and not allowing him to move inside the box when the corner was taken. Harry Kane, with that penalty being taken, over the man on the pitch. Make that goal happen. Harry Kane Harry Kane has got that big 3 goals up against Leverkusen. 74 minutes on the watch. That is the 125 years of muscle memory. Bring it big, boy. Bring it big. Make it happen 5. Starting from the scene, I have been saying make it those 5 goals. Make it that 5 goals. Make it that 5 goals. Harry Kane has got it. Good job done, boy. Harry Kane finished that, went to the far post. Good job. Harry Kane nailing it big. Harry Kane nailing it big. Harry Kane nailing it big. I am on the 7th heaven now. I am on that big cloud floating and having my good jacuzzi over there. That is the best moment I am having today. That is the best moment which I am having today. No denying the fact. Kovar with that goal kick intercepted by Harry Kane. Man, the ball went for the sidelines. Big win, boys. Big win. All the Bayern fans just celebrate it big, and this is going to be one of the epic moments Bayern is having after those 125 years of celebration. New anthem, new celebrations. It is going big, boys. It is going big. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso made his statements before the match that this game is not going to be that threat to Leverkusen. We will make those answers after this game ends, after this watch along ends, and in those vlogs. At those 5 goals, we want those 5 goals to be happening, boys. 5 goals. We want 5 goals now. Passes that. Tapsoba has been given a yellow card, yes. Tapsoba has been given that yellow card because of that challenge. Good decision from Mikel Oliver, the man on the pitch. Or the man trying to get it past Harry Kane. Finally gets that clearance. Goretzka interception, but that first touch wasn't good. Florian Wirtz trying to make that. Bambi trying to get those challenges. It is Frimpong, but Stanisic finally gets those clearances. Look at that. Kovar just trying to get it past Harry Kane. It is that lack of speed from Harry Kane which happens. Now it is the man, Patrick Schick, coming in. Xabi Alonso going for those substitutions. Patrick Schick coming in, changing his dress on these sidelines. Has also got that yellow card. Grimaldo, gimmick with that challenge. Stanisic passes that to Davis. Make that move to the far wings, boys. Make that wing move to the far wings. Sane again. Back passes to Bambi. Bambi, we need 2 more goals, boy. Bambi, we need 2 more goals. Gimmick. Stanisic. Goretzka. Lise. Stanisic again. Kimmich. Min-jae, look at that. It is only Upamecano and Kimmich staying up, but Beats is the man who will be seen making those counters. What a pass that is from Leroy Sané. What a pass that is from Leroy Sané. What a pass that is from Leroy Sané. This is the big moment where the Bundesliga rivalry is coming to an end with that 3-0. This Bundesliga rivalry is now going to come to an end, boy. This Bundesliga rivalry is now going to come to an end. Upamecano, what the shit are you doing? Look at it. Upamecano, I really don't find what he tries to do at times. And look at that Hincap on the sidelines. He is pushing Olise and trying to grab him. It is the substitutions for Xavi Alonso coming in. Substitutions coming in for Alonso. Late on those 79 minutes, 45 seconds. Julian Beats didn't perform that good, but there were expectations for him to come a big. He is looking upset. He is hot, very red. Julian Beats is out. Patrick Schick coming in. Granit Xhaka is also out. Pimpong is out. Wirtz is out. The three substitutions, Garcia, Arthur, and Schick, the three men coming in. Garcia, Arthur, and Schick. To talk about Alex Garcia, 31 games at Leverkusen, 4 goals. It is the likes of Arthur, that mid-pitch midfield player, 2 seasons, just 22 games, not a single goal, not much relying. But Patrick Schick is the man. He has 21 matches this season in the Bundesliga, 16 goals, all in all 155 matches for Leverkusen from 2020 and getting 76 goals. He is the big man talking. Xabi Alonso has made those substitutions on those 80th minutes. But down to 10 men, can Leverkusen get any sort of sympathy or consolation? Or is it Bayern going to get those 5 goals? Kimmich, Davis, get those 4th and 5th goal, boys. Kimmich, Olise, Stanisic moving high up, finds Kimmich, Min-jae, Kimmich again, Min-jae, Davis, Leroy Sané, Davis again, Kimmich, Olise on the edge of the box. Get a cut in, boy, take that shot, take that cross, header coming in. Tapsoba with that clearance. Tapsoba gets that clearance. Make those press high, boys, make those press high. Goretzka, Davis, Leroy Sané jumping in too early, but recollects that position. Good back passes to Davis again. Goretzka, Kimmich, look at that. Leverkusen are now down to 7 men inside the box. Sané, Bambi, what a touch that is, good one. But it is inside the box where Leverkusen is now restricting most of the game. Go for the wings, boys. Go for those corner shots. Go for those crosses. Look at that. It is Tapsoba and the likes of Hermoso. Go for those headers from the ends of Hermoso on the pitch. Davis makes that cross, boy. Go for those headers for Harry Kane. Look at it. He is standing beside Hermoso. Make those crosses for Harry Kane. Make those crosses, boy. Look at that positioning of Harry Kane. He is doing there. Leroy Sané has cut in. He gets that into the box. Harry Kane was late. Harry Kane was late. Harry Kane was late. Davis, Goretzka again. Image. Police. Police gets a cut in. Bambi. Hermoso, the man, getting those clearances. I'm going to talk about from the likes of Leverkusen, it is that man Hermoso who is doing good. Davis, Sane again on the left wings. Goretzka, Minje, Upamecano, Stanisic again. Back passes, back pass. Make those crosses, boys. Make those crosses. Make those crosses. Look at that positioning of Harry Kane when he is staying near Ta. Don't make those crosses, but when he is staying near the likes of Hermoso, make it happen every time you are doing to get those cut-ins into the box. Take those shots from outside the box. Take those crosses when Harry Kane is there up against Hermoso. That is the man where you have to point that out. Make that fourth goal and make that fifth goal. I want those big wins. 3-0 is definitely going to be a big one, but I wanted to make happen 5-0, boys. I wanted to make it happen 5-0 and make that second leg a dead game to be happening. Make that second leg a dead game to be happening. On the other hand, 87 minutes, Liverpool and PSG still goalless. And on the other hand, Barcelona and Benfica 81 minutes onto it. And it is Barcelona has got it good. Rafinha has scored that, and that might be a big savior. That might be a big savior for Barcelona, down to 10 men with 22 goals. That is a big savior. But here, Bayern and Leverkusen 3 up. I want those 5 goals, boys. I want those 5 goals. Make it big. Police again, making those crosses. But Davis, make that shot. Resane keeps that ball. Harry Kane getting it. Look at that way. Look at that way. It is the football where you have to play like this. Leverkusen, most of the times in the Bundesliga, most of the times in those clashes with the teams which they go for, they try to make those ugly tackles. They try to go for those ugly passes to be happening, and the way they break the momentum of the pitch. In this game also, it was the likes of Granit Xhaka, it was the likes of Terrier, it was the likes of Palacios who were time and again handicapped. They were trying to make it, but this referee for today, Mikel Oliver, non-partial decisions he has given it so good, and that is the why Leverkusen has suffered. Leverkusen has dug their own deep hole. Jonas Ulbig is making that pass to Stanisic. So good. Ulbig is showing those moves. Musiala gets it. A tackle that is from the mid pitch. Bambi is down to the ground. What a way to get Harry Kane getting those 2 goals and Bambi getting those. That is big numbers. But 87 minutes. I want those 5 goals, boys. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. 5-0 and the second leg are stalemate and a dead game. Sane, Harry Kane. Sane cutting in. He is into the box. Takes that shot. Leroy Sane. Oh my God. Look at that. What has happened to Leroy Sane? Getting past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. That was just bit of the first post. That was bit of the first post. That was bit of the first post. What has Vincent Company and band management fed to the players in those 125 anniversary celebration? This game is looking a big one, and I am on cloud heaven. No denying the fact I am on cloud heaven for today. No denying the fact I am on cloud heaven for today. Oh my god, big one, big one. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. Still, any chances for Leverkusen to get those big wins? Give your votes. Give your votes. Upamecano, Kimmich again, make that fourth or the fifth to be happening. Davis, Sane again, Bambi. Oh my god, Palina is on the pitch. Substitutions being made. But when did that happen? When did that happen? Kim Min Jae is out. Eric Dyer has been called in. Goretzka is out. Palina has been called in. Two substitutions. Vincent Company making. But Thomas Muller still he is not picking up Thomas Muller that way from Vincent Company. I'm not understanding it. Why Thomas Muller is not giving those big opportunities. Police, Upamecano, Kimmich, Palina again, Kimmich, Sane, make those crosses, boy. Look at that. Harry Kane is there up against Hermoso. Bambi is there, being man marked by Ta. It is Tapsova staying on those far right parts of the centre backs and make those passes happen for Harry Kane against Hermoso. Make those crosses happen. 90 minutes are up. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Image, Upamecano, Lise, Stanisic, Alina inside the box. Stanisic, look at that challenge being made to Palina. Kimmich takes that shot. Oh my god, that is a good save from Kovar. Kimmich took that shot, but I don't think there was bit of much power into that. He went for those curls, but this time Kovar saved it good. That was just on the edge of the box. Kimmich. Boy, make it 4-0 happen. Boy, make it 4-0 or make it 5-0. Make it 4-0 or make it 5-0. Dyer, Image, which tries to find Harry Kane, but Tapsova getting those clearances. Palina down to the pitch. Dyer, Kimmich again. Police again on the edge of the box against Hincap. Finds Kimmich. Upamecano. Stanisic again. Upamecano. Make those crosses, boy. Most of the passes are happening on the centre backs. Make those crosses from the wings. Make those crosses from the wings. Bambi trying to cut in. Image in the mid pitch. Stanisic, make that cross, boy. Damn, crosses are bid down. Image again. Please say high up on the pitch. Make those crosses from the wings, boys. Make those crosses from the wings. 6 minutes, 2.5 minutes of those added time are up. What was that? Davies gave that to Leroy Sané, but Sané didn't make those runs. What was that? This is what from Vincent Company's tactical gameplay at times I don't understand. When you're having that position, make those crosses happen. When Harry Kane is near the likes of Hermoso, make those crosses happen. It is Tapsoba and Ta who are getting those on those right parts of the centre backs. It is Hermoso when he is staying up against Harry Kane. Make those crosses to him for those headers. 3 minutes are up. Still 3 minutes left. Get that fourth goal at least, boys. Police get Stanisic. into the box. That was late. Stanisic was late. You should have gone for those chip-in shots, boy. A low pass was that not that good enough. Police with that header, Upamecano takes that. Oh my god. Bayern are definitely going to make it big, boy. Bayern are definitely going to make it big. Champions of Germany. Oh my god, Palhina could have got that, boy. Palhina could have got that, boy. That was something big. Look at that. Musiala with that upper chip curl. Oh my god, Palhina just hits it on the top post. It could have been that 4-0, man. Oh my god. It could have been 4-0, man. It could have been 4-0. Upamecano gets that too. Kimmich again. Sane, 5 minutes 34 seconds. Still 30 seconds. Make it 4-0, boys. Make it 4-0. Sane, Palhina getting those interceptions. Davies being tackled. Davies being tackled. 5 minutes 48 seconds. The referee has blown the whistle. Mia San Mia, boys. Mia San Mia. That is a good win, and Bayern has scored that. The anthem, stadium anthem for FC Bayern, that is going to prevail. Much big into this. Much big into this. What a big game, and Bayern has got that. That is a big one. Big one from Bayern. That is a big one. Forever forward FC Bayern, champions of Germany, pride of Munich. This is, we want to celebrate in every stadium. We, the fans of FCB, as we have for over 108 years, we will until we die. Our club FC Bayern, our club FC Bayern, in the colors of white and red. Our club is FC Bayern. FCB is the name of this club. Our color is red and white. We are the FC Bayern. We are the FC Bayern. Big wins. My fate is to be your side. My fate is to be your side. With you be my side. I will be afraid no more and feel that childhood wonder once more. And feel that childhood wonder once more. Champions of Germany, pride of Munich. We want to celebrate in every stadium. We, the fans of FCB, as we have for over 100 years, we will until we die. Our club FC Bayern, our club FC Bayern, in the colors of white and red. We are the fans of FC Bayern. Oh my god, I am making it big, boys. I'm making it big. This is happening so good. Ho 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 ho. We are the fans of FC Bayern. Our colors are white and red. We are the fans of FC Bayern. Oh my god, Bayern has made that big. My fate is to be by your side. My fate is to be by your side. With you be my side. I will be afraid no more. I will be afraid no more and feel that childhood wonder once more. We are the fires forever forward. FC Bayern, champions of Germany, pride of Munich. We want to celebrate in every stadium. We the fans of FCB, as we have for over 100 years. We will until we die. Our club FC Bayern, our club FC Bayern, in the colors of white and red, in the colors of white and red. FCB. Damn. The new stadium anthem for FC Bayern, and all my eyes are filled with water. Oh my god. That was some emotional moment from my side, and we have made that happen. We have made that happen, boys. We have made that happen. Oh my god. Ooh, a bit emotional one. That was a bit emotional one. I had that song, and I am bit down to those emotions, man. Oh, that is a big win Bayern has got, and that is a dead second leg, which is going to be against Leverkusen. That is a dead leg, dead second leg, which is going to happen. In the stats, if we are talking about Leverkusen, oh, big relief moments, man. 3 shots only taken, nothing they could do. Man, I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. Oh. Bayern and Leverkusen. Bayern winning 3-0. PSG and Liverpool. Liverpool has scored. Good one. The Reds are going to make it big. Red is the color. And Barcelona getting it good against Benfica. These are the everything which is standing after those 90 minutes and stoppage time in the first leg of the Champions League, and it is Inter and Feyenoord who are 2-0 up. That is all from my side, and FC Bayern has nailed it big. They have brought that big ones, big victories, and everything they have done it. It is the likes of Jonas Urbi who has come to it, and Manoya is paid on some sort of injuries. We will make a clarification of that, what has happened. Bye from my side, and a good emotional moment which we had on the screen. And yes, with that, I will end this. Bye bye, guys. Keep going. I will make up that video coming up today morning, that how is the things going to happen and what are the moments. But Mia and Mia, boys, FC Bayern, we are the fans of FCB. Make it happen. Champions League is the muscle memory of 125 years to be talking about Bayern. Bye, guys. Good night. Keep going. I'm a bit emotional. I will make those videos a bit late, but I will come up with it. I need some rest, because with this win, after those national anthem, after those stadium anthem of Bayern, I'm a bit emotional now. I will take some time. I will make those videos. I will come back. Keep going.